can use some exotic booze. There's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take up in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer because we're together. Otherwise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat those birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear all the angels cheer because we're together. Otherwise, it's such a lovely day. You just say those words and we'll beat those birds down like Acapulco Bay. It's so perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly, let's fly. Let's fly away.
It's a good uplifting song to start with, isn't it? Take the love you had for Joyce and turn it into laughter. Turn it into blinding light to shine on ever after. Take the love you had for her, it's yours to carry on and grow that love forevermore, and then she won't be gone. Good afternoon, my name is Kathy. I'm your celebrant today for the celebration of a life that was led with love and returned with love. The life of Joyce de Liso. Joyce passed away peacefully on the 8th of December at the Bairnsdale Hospital at the age of 90 years young. On behalf of myself, Joyce's family and the staff of Stephen Bagg's Funerals, I'd like to thank you all for coming today, and I'd like to thank those that have travelled to be here today. I'd also like to welcome those that are joining us via the live stream and sending their love across the miles, especially Joyce's brother, Johnny, and sister Sheila, and their families from England. I would also like to give a huge thank you to the Can River Bush nurses who looked after Joyce for the last few years. They weren't just nurses, they became very good friends as well. She was very loved and will be missed by many. Joyce was a loving mother to Nora, an admired mother-in-law of Greg, an adored gran of Angela and Joby, Nathan and Holly. She was great-grandmother of Hope, Kobe, Jewel, Steele, Teal, Tyrone, Chloe and Elise. She was a love sister of 8, and as I mentioned earlier, 2 of those are joining us via the live stream from England. She was an auntie and a relative and a friend to many. Following on from Joyce's celebration of life, we'll be proceeding to the Bairnsdale Cemetery, where Joyce will be laid to her final resting place. Then you're all invited back to the Bairnsdale RSL, where you continue to catch up, reminisce, and share all your members together while you enjoy some light refreshments. And I'd like to ask Greg to please come up and tell us about Joyce's life.
On behalf of our family, Laura, Amcy, Joe, Nathan, Holly, and our 8 grandchildren, I'd like to thank you all for your kind thoughts, your words of comfort, and the support throughout this difficult period. As I look around, I see familiar faces that made the journey to be with us today. Thank you. We're here today to pay our respects and to celebrate the life of Joyce. Joyce Amelia de Liso, known to all of us as Joy. Joy by name, joy by nature. It's a true reflection of her spirit. When we think of a glass half full or half empty, Joy's glass was always overflowing. Joy lived for the moment, loved life, loved people. Joy was born September 32 and grew up in England, Lincoln, England, with her brothers and sisters. She left home as a young woman in 1950 to come to Australia to be with the love of life after Liso. I asked her one day about leaving behind her family, her friends, sailing halfway around the world to a country she knew very little about, and how it would have seemed a daunting task. Her response was, "Oh no, my dear, it was a wonderful time. All of us young ones dancing and partying every night aboard the ship. It was one of the best months of my life." Joy never lost her love for England or her family. She kept in constant touch with her younger sister Sheila and her family. Every letter, every photo of their lives that Sheila sent over to Joy was always on display in her home. And Sheila's daughter Deb, her husband John, their 2 daughters Kate and Amy came to Australia a couple of years ago to catch up with Joy. It was a wonderful experience and a real treat for Joy. In 1960, Arthur made the decision to leave Sandringham, move to the country. He bought the farm in Club Terrace. You couldn't get much more country than that. What a change, from the city to the bush. But Joy grew to love it. She loved her animals, she loved the birds, and she loved the garden that she developed over the many years that she lived there. And Joy would always have people around. They'd just pop in and visit her. They loved her bubbly nature, her warm hospitality, and on many occasions I think it was just to brighten up their own day. Joy had a lot of very good friends. Some of those friendships go back 60 years. She held her friends close to her heart, always willing to give, share, and asked very little in return. My mum was one of those lucky people. The other great love in Joy's life was her 8 grandchildren. And all her love, all the fun and games she had with them, they can be seen in the photos that the family have. And family was everything to Joy. Christmas time was something special. Quality time with the grandkids, and then there was the Chrissy dinner. Always at her place. In later years, Nora would cook the dinner, the Chrissy roast, take it round. Joy would do the Christmas pudding. One Christmas, all the family was there. We sat down to the Christmas roast, and then came the time to unveil the Chrissy pudding. Anson, Nora, Joy were there at the bench when Joy lifted the lid on that pudding. And for a moment there was just a stunned look on all their faces. And then Anson said, "Oh, Gran, is it supposed to look like that?" Underneath Joy's beautiful personality, there was a very quiet resolve and an inner strength. This served her well throughout her life. It helped her through the terrible accident with her and Arthur that were involved in. It helped her through the sad loss of losing Arthur. And it helped her through the terrible bushfires that destroyed her home. Everything that she owned, but as usual, and with quiet determination, she still saw the best in life. Today we say goodbye to Joy on the 19th of December. Arthur died on the 19th of December, exactly 19 years ago today. And it will never be humanly possible to know if I were able to ask Joy what she thought about those dates. And I'm sure she'd say something like, "Oh my dear, how did you manage that?" Goodbye, Joy.
share some memories. Is the grandkids going to come up? You'll be fine.
Dear Granny, if you hear this, I just want you to know that we all miss you and love you. I know you want us to be happy, but sometimes it's hard. And I will never forget this day, today, December the 19th, 2022. I will grow and I will live, but I know you will always be in my heart and all memories example. I know I was 6, but I still remember. Me, Mum and you were at a river and you were singing, Mum was watching and I was dancing. For years you would say, remember when you were river dancing and it will make us giggle. All I want to say is we love you and we miss you.
Dear Granny, we all miss you so much and we know that we all will meet you again, some sooner than later. We know that things happen for a reason and that you are probably in a better place now. We love the way you cared for everyone, even the little birds outside your window, the little rat things in your wall, and that you always did everything to make everyone feel happy and loved. We all love you so much, and you were not only a best friend to Hope and I, you were a best friend to everyone. The sky is already so pretty, and we know that each day it will consistently keep getting prettier with you up there looking down on us. You will always be with us in our hearts. You always made Hope and I smile with your little rhymes before bedtime and how you would go on for hours and hours about one thing.
Granny always said how the boys were the best at cricket. I'm not so sure about that, but we can keep that between you and me. We love you so much. From Hope, Chloe, Kobe, Jules, Sheila, Teal.
It should be really proud. Is there anybody else who would like to come up? No? Okay. No. Back later on, there's plenty of time to catch up. So it's hard to talk about someone's life in a short amount of time. So that's why photos are so wonderful. They can capture special moments and these can be shared with others. Joyce's family have chosen photos that have special meaning to share with you so that you can see about Joyce's life through the photos. And by the sounds of it, there's going to be quite a few with the grandkids in it.
That's what you are. Unforgettable, oh near or far, like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone did more. Unforgettable in every way, and forevermore, that's how you stay. I am unforgettable too.
All precious moments, aren't they? And ones that will continue to live on forever. I'd now like you to please stand and join me in saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Please be seated. When I was having a chat with Greg when we first met to organise Joy's farewell, he said that she didn't want anything with a fuss. So today is all about being sincere and celebrating Joy's life, and that's what we've been doing, and you will continue to do so. You've been saying your goodbyes and remembering with love a lady who was special to each of you in her own way. In the days and weeks and months to come, continue to talk about Joy, and this will help to keep her memory alive. There'll be moments when you might suddenly think of Joy through some little sign, whether it's a piece of music, or maybe when you eat a scone, compare it to the ones Joy used to make. I heard they were pretty good. And the plum puddings by the sound of it, except for that one failure, which we need to hear more about. Embrace these feelings and take the time to think of Joy. Remember how she loved to be in the garden and enjoy the colour of the flowers. And I think she'd be very wrapped with what she's got there today. Think of her love for all animals and how she would feed the birds, and the birds grew to know and trust Joy. And somebody said to me on the way in, she'd actually buy the bird seed by the sackful to make sure that they had fed. I was told that she enjoyed shopping, and you would never get the love of shopping out of a London girl. She's been described to me as a lady who lived in the moment and was always helping out others. And I'm sure everyone here knows that. She loved good company, and there was always a pot of soup on the stove to feed others, and if not, she'd find something else to feed them with. We can only hope Joy and Arthur have once again been reunited after 20 years apart, and they are off together catching up and maybe having a dance. I'm going to read a poem that I've adapted that I think that sums Joy up. She never looked for praises, she was never one to boast. She just went on quietly working for the ones she loved the most. Her dreams were seldom spoken, her wants were very few, and most of the times her worries went unspoken too. She was there, a firm foundation through all your storms of life, a sturdy hand to hold on to in times of stress and strife, a true friend you could turn to when you needed to hear her voice, one of your greatest blessings, the lady that was called Joyce. Thank you all, and don't forget we're proceeding up to the Bairnsdale Cemetery. We'll be laying Joy to rest.
Thank you.